From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. And he rifles one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Touchdown, LA!
Cam Akers yards. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 out the gate.
88 out the gate.
I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful.
Touchdown, L.A. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Rams 21, Saints 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Coming left is Kamara. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. And now the Rams are going to hold things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll throw again. Brissett. And it'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They run. It's Kamara. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll go with a keeper. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Ingram will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call it a favorite running play. Best blockers. Let's get this one in.
The tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So, Charles, they get to their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and back now.
Brandon, we could see that play develop, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett. Forced out to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in precarious position. We know the security point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Now Landry. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Saints 17. Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Throwing, Brissett. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. So that, Charles, had a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has it to the head coach at pregame. This is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Brissett. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. That gains 12. And the Rams first down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford flushed out right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 130 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Stafford here. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Akers. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll try the air now with Stafford. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Akers. They try and run. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints 20. Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. If they didn't get that done, this time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A short gain here. To the 29. Around the NFL, third quarter from Foxborough. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Williams. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, it's either right there and great, aren't they?
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll get this out to Kamara, finding room at midfield. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brissett. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Brissett. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
To kick off for Los Angeles.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out right at the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Brissett to throw on 1st. Flush to his right. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Brissett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Brissett now. This is caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And they'll turn to Kamara. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. And that's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
The Rams on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. That's on the guard, David Edwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? The shotgun snap for Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion. They'll turn to Kamara. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Stafford. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They give up the middle to Akers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stafford now to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. He's got the first down and more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll run on first down with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Los Angeles, it's a win that's been a long time coming as they finally win one after 9 straight losses. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways.
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. dope, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go